Hello viewers, welcome to AP's 5-minute ophthalmology pulse. Watch, understand and remember anything in ophthalmology in under 5 minutes. Intriguing cherry red spot. What is it? Why do you get it? And where do you get it? To understand why you get a cherry red spot, this is a cross section of the macula. The surface of the macula has a depression in the center called the fovea. The surrounding retina has all the 10 layers. Fovea is thinner because of the depression, and in its center is the foveola, which has only cones, just a few supporting cells, none of the other retinal layers, and which is therefore relatively super thin. In any condition in which there is a loss of transparency of the retina, either due to edema or deposition of abnormal material, the color from the choroidal vascularity is visible due to the contrast from the surrounding retina, and this is visible to us as a cherry red spot. In short, it is a visibility of the hue from the normal choroidal vasculature in the presence of loss of transparency of the macula. Easily remember the conditions in which you get a cherry red spot. Remember the 2-4-8 rule. 2 ocular conditions, 4 conditions of toxicity and 8 storage disorders. The 2 ocular conditions are central retinal artery occlusion and Berlin's edema. This is a picture of central retinal artery occlusion. It is not just central retinal artery occlusion, even a cilio-retinal artery occlusion and a branch retinal artery occlusion can also produce a cherry red spot. You can see the embolus in one of the retinal branches. The term Berlin's edema is actually a misnomer. There is no actual edema. The retinal whitening is due to damage to the outer photoreceptors in the macular area. 4 causes that produce a cherry red spot due to toxicity are quinine toxicity, absone toxicity, ethanol poisoning, and carbon monoxide poisoning. 8 storage diseases that give rise to a cherry red spot are Tay-Sachs disease, also called GM2 gangliosidosis type 1, Sandoff's disease or GM2 gangliosidosis type 2, GM1 gangliosidosis, Niemann-Pick disease, sialidosis, also referred to as mucolipidosis type 1 or cherry red spot myoclonus syndrome, galactosialidosis, also called Goldberg-Cottlier syndrome, Farber's lipogranulomatosis, and metachromatic leukodystrophy. I have not included Gaucher's disease here because the presence of a cherry red spot in Gaucher's disease is questionable. Some extra conditions for postgraduate residents: acute occlusion of the choroidal circulation producing outer retinal whitening and a cherry red spot following phacoemulsification, an intraorbital space occupying lesion compromising the retinal circulation, leukemic infiltrates of the optic nerve head producing a central retinal artery occlusion, avulsion of the optic nerve, and macular infarction due to any cause. That finishes all the causes. Let's learn a little more about the cherry red spot. Generally, unilateral causes are ocular in nature and bilateral causes are due to storage diseases. Again, ocular causes are more likely to be seen in adults and storage disorders in children. In many storage disorders, as metabolic products accumulate, the deposited material causes the ganglion cells to swell and burst. The released storage material dissipates, leaving only optic atrophy as the defect visible. So the cherry red spot will disappear over time, and therefore the absence of a spot should not rule out a diagnosis, especially in older children. In some diseases like Niemann-Pick's disease, the ganglion cells are healthy towards the end and therefore the vision is good for a long time to come. All cherry red spots look the same. The color of the retina depends upon the retinal pigment epithelium and the choroid, and so is dependent upon race. So you may find a Caucasian with a cherry red spot, a native Indian with a cherry brown spot, and a dark colored person with a cherry black spot. Retinal whitening that produces the cherry red spot also varies in its appearance in various conditions. It is opacally white in Tay-Sachs disease and Sandoff's disease, faintly grey in Farber's disease and metachromatic leukodystrophy, and it appears much more diffuse in Niemann-Pick disease. What is the importance of the cherry red spot? Central retinal artery occlusion is an ophthalmic emergency which should be treated as soon as possible. Of course, this would be a good time to mention that a cherry red spot may not be present in an ophthalmic artery occlusion. Although the cherry red spot may be seen in certain conditions, full-blown clinical picture, detection of the cherry red spot prior to its clinical manifestation, such as in sialidosis, may aid in early diagnosis, prognostication, and proper counseling. So that's it for the cherry red spot. If you like what you saw, please give this video a like, subscribe to my channel, and hit the bell icon to never miss an update from AP's 5-Minute Ophthalmology Pearls. Please leave a note in the comment section if you wish for any particular topic to be covered in future. Look forward to weekly updates. Thank you for watching.